Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and a place some of the game's immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Cornhuskers will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They go to the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. He fires it out to the right. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the move, he fires. He's got him wide open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hunt. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Fast motion from the offense. To the air on first down. Makes his connection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sims. Oh, the ball squirts out.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He wants to throw it again. They're trying to get to it. Working on the right. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He wants to throw here on second down. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that pass picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Power football with the run. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
The end of the first quarter with the score Maryland 7, Nebraska 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. From the gun, the running back has it. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Terrapins will have it first and 10. From the gun, running back on the move.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Hey, that's a live ball. And this bounces out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback and a turnover. First down for this offense. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Getting some heat. Complete to the left. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That completion delivers a first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that is incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to take off. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Give to the running back. Fights off the defender. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm, and this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the middle. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Great job by the DB seeing where the ball's going and breaking it. And I know that sounds stupid. Of course, he's supposed to do that. But a lot of times the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ground. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback will audible. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Quickly complete. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space.
Going up top. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
On second down, looking again to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Return runs out of bounds.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one pop.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, this game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves, getting to the quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds a man on the right. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, look out. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Huskers. And that one will put him up here in the second half. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Nevada is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Reno. They're trailing by just 2 to San Diego State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because...
Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. The offenses have to be aggressive. They have to.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw it to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed it.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
I'll tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And the pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 30. Inside the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's open. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
At the 45-yard line. First down for the offense.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. First down to start the drive after the break. The pull and throw off the RPO. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
At the 42. And that's good enough for a first down.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll turn it loose out to the right. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they've got it down to single digits, a 9-point game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
15.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job.
Going for it all. Makes the catch down the right side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. From the gun, looking for a man. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures, He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Pulls it in inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They want to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They want to just keep throwing it. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Buys a little time. Unleashes one. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space.
And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nebraska! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. They'll try to add another to their lead. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Nevada is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by just one over San Diego State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation.